I'm Hadley Langoff.
And I'm Jack Vanderhorst, and we're here from More Kids on Sailboats.
More Kids on Sailboats is a nonprofit organization that connects kids to the sport of sailing. It teaches them grit, perseverance, and problem-solving skills that you might not get from other sports.
On the boat, we always use Harken Derm to keep us protected, never leave the dock without it. Harken Derm asked us what else we bring out on the boat to keep us safe and performing well. So we want to share with you what we keep in our gear bags.
So as Jack just said, the first item we have is Harken Derm. I would argue this is the most important thing in my gear bag because as a ginger, I have really fair skin, so I burn really easily. I never have to reapply and I never leave the water burnt. It's amazing.
While I don't burn nearly as easy, I always apply mine, and I always like to make it a little fun by having little competitions with my fellow teammates by seeing who can make the best mustache when I apply mine. Now that we're getting on the water, I always make sure that I have my Coast Guard certified life jacket, especially with a whistle. That way, in the case that you fall in the water, you always have some sort of way they can hear you.
Another reason I really like this life jacket is it fits super comfortably with my harness. Unfortunately, I don't have my harness with me. I keep that on the boat, so I never forget it. Okay, next up, I have my More Kids on Sailboats rash guard. I really like this because it really does protect me from the sun and it keeps me from getting burnt along with the sunscreen.
Next in our gear bag, we always keep some nice foul weather jackets to keep us warm and protected at night, while also using the reflective hoods and sleeves to make sure we're noticeable.
So my next item is my sailing boots. I really like them. They do keep my feet really dry and I can use them in any sort of boat and they're very versatile.
While you use boots, I prefer to have skating shoes. They're also very flexible. You feel all the lines underneath and they're just really easy to slip on and off. And they're stylish. We always like to keep a nice pair of gloves to keep our hands fully protected from all the different lines that we'll be handling.
While he likes full finger gloves, I really like these Harken gloves better. They're very solid and I've had them for a really long time. I never ever leave the dock without my sunglasses. They make everything they make everything so much easier because I never am squinting and it prevents headaches, and I can also see the wind on the water so much better.
The biggest thing I use is probably a flashlight. I always need to make sure I have great vision, whether that be within the boat, looking at the sail trim, looking for things that I may have dropped, or just seeing other obstacles around.
One of my favorite things is this rigging knife. I always have it with me and it's just great to have just in case because you can never be too careful, and it really does make me feel better knowing that I have it with me just in case.
And of course, with the all kids crew, we're gonna need to have some fun. So with the last bit of room in my gear bag, always gotta bring a Bluetooth speaker, keep the good vibes going.
Another thing I like to bring is candy and Gatorade.
And that's a wrap for our gear bags. But before we wrap up a nice day of sailing, we always like to use what we call the Harken After Sun.
It's great and it keeps wrinkles off of our face, you know, don't want to look like our parents.
True.